of this flickering candle. Illuminate the night the way your spirit illuminates my soul. Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? Papa, can you hear me in the night time? Papa, we failed you. Papa, we've sinned and lost our way. Papa, remember. Papa, the words you came and said.
They came and robbed us. They stole our land in night of pain. Papa, remember the prophet's words and promises. We need a
Messiah. And these are the words the prophet said. Spirit of the sovereign Lord is upon us now, because he has anointed me to preach good news. Papa, please remember us, we pray. Won't you hear our fervent plea? Papa, please remember us, we pray. Papa, won't you hear our fervent plea? Papa, please remember us, we pray. Papa, won't you hear our fervent plea? Oh Lord, we are here. Won't you hear our prayer? Papa, please remember us this day. 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 Remember us this day. Please remember us this
Shalom, my dear lady.
Shalom. Oh, Luke, shalom, shalom. Come here. It's so nice of you to come and visit me, Luke. Though, whether out of concern for me or for your own history,
I can
don't-
assure you, my dear lady, they are equally entwined as they are equally precious.
You speak as handsomely as you write. But there's no need to butter me up with fine words. We old have as much need to be seen as to be heard.
I see you're kept rather well occupied here in John's household.
Yes, he needs someone to look after him properly. After all, if a man is not married, Luke, he needs a mother. And he certainly is a dear son to me.
I can assure you, my dear lady, you do not lack for sons.
You know, ever since we moved to Ephesus, I don't see much of my own children. Less now that these old bones don't permit me to travel to Jerusalem. And even then, they are busy with the affairs of the church. I would see James sometimes at festivals, if I was lucky. And Rachel, that girl, I would definitely be a thorn in her side. Joseph and the others, they're scattered. No, Jesus knew what he was doing when he put me in the care of John.
Although, when you think about it in hindsight, a lot of what Jesus did makes a lot more sense now, doesn't it?
Yes, perhaps would have made even more sense if we had truly understood the prophets.
Speaking of which, how much of what happened at the time did you truly understand? I mean, did you know that we would remember him as this man we know him for today? I mean, raiser of the dead, healer of the blind, multiplied food. your baby boy will save our sons and daughters. Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know that your baby boy gives sight to the blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss the little baby, you kiss the face of God. Did you know? Oh, the blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know? Did you know that your baby is Lord of all creation? Did you know that your baby is ruler of the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? That sleeping child you're holding is a great I am. Mary, did you know that he raised Lazarus? That he did? Did you know? How much of this did you know at the time? What was going through your mind?
I knew so much, and yet so little. You know, no one ever had it clearly spelled out to them, did they? And though the words were sweet to the mouth, they often proved bitter to the soul. Who could know the full meaning except in hindsight? It was better that I did. Look, are you okay? Is everything all right?
Had a bit of a long journey coming in and with the dust on the roads. I truly appreciate that drop of water.
Oh yes, refreshments, of course. Esther! Esther, please bring our guests his refreshments. I'm sorry for the delay. We had prepared something.
Let's just get back to the matter at hand. It's been 400 years. 400 years ever since Lord last.
Esther! Look what you've done! Look, I sincerely apologize for the mess. I could have a servant bring your fresh robe.
It's not an
Esther,
excuse,
go!
not a problem.
Go to your room, Esther! Look, I'm so sorry for this. Is there anything I can do?
No, nothing whatsoever. Mind not the robe. This is something that will dry. Considering the weather, it will dry in just a matter of moments. Although the floor, I would be a little bit worried about. Let's just get back to it. As I was saying, 400 years.
400?
Nothing but silence. And suddenly, God speaks. And it's not to royalty, it's not to a king, it's not to a prince, it's not even to a prophet, but to a humble family far away from the thrones of power.
Oh, Luke, perhaps you're forgetting about the initial announcement to Zechariah and Elizabeth.
That is true.
Of course, of which I did not know at the time. But one thing I came to realize is that God knew these plans all along. He was laying down the groundwork, putting pieces into place.
Mary! Mary!
Yes, Papa.
Can you come here, please? been wanting
No,
something.
no. Better news than that, Mary.
What better news could a carpenter possibly bring?
Well, you see, Joseph has noticed you in the village. And he has come to ask me for your hand in marriage.
Joseph wants to marry me?
Does that surprise you?
I suppose not. I have noticed his eye on me in the village, and every time we have spoken, he's been rather pleasant. But I must admit, I hadn't thought of him as a husband.
Does that displease you?
Papa, not to be disrespectful, but Joseph, he is a bit older than me.
Oh, but he's strong!
Yes, he is very strong. I have noticed him wrestle in the village once or twice.
He's a good man, Mary. He may be strong, but he doesn't throw his weight around. He's no bully. Neither is he a boaster. You see, he is a man of integrity. And well thought of by those who know him. You know, they say, if you want a good job and at a fair price, Joseph is the one to ask.
Papa, I must ask, if Joseph is such a good catch, I'm surprised that other girls have not caught him yet.
Oh, no doubt others would have loved to. But you see, his skills as a carpenter have been in much demand elsewhere. You see, he has spent this last year in Sepphoris working on the king's new capital city. So he has had little time to seek a wife. That, I believe, my dear, is your game. What do you say to all this?
Papa, you know I love you. And I love it here. It will be terribly hard for me to leave mother, my sisters, the cat.
No, listen. The wedding will not be immediately. You see, Joseph still has much work to do in Sepphoris, and besides, he says he wants to take his time for you to get to know him better. You see, he wants to win your heart as well as your hand, Mary. You are very fortunate. Not many men would be so kind. I know I wasn't.
He wants to win my heart. And my hand. Wow, that's different. Is he still here? Do I get to meet him? Joseph?
No. Well, he's gone. He's gone. But don't worry. He will be back this evening to dine with us. So why don't you go and find your best dress? Because this will be a time of celebration. I have got you. I have some news for you.
Oh, your father sounds like he was quite the character.
Daddy really was.
Now, allow me to ask, and off the record, if that will make you more comfortable. Were you unhappy with the idea of marrying Joseph? Or were you happy? What was going through your mind?
I was very unsure at first. I mean, what girl isn't when she doesn't know the man to whom she's engaged to? But with time, I came to appreciate his good qualities. Like, he really was strong and brave, the best carpenter in all the land, or at least I thought so. My little Jojo, I used to call him. And with time, things began falling into place until the day our lives were completely overturned.
Are you talking about the visit?
That visit.
Now, let me ask, here you are, any other day of the week, you're going about your ordinary duties, and suddenly an angel appears to you. And it's not with any ordinary news, but with the news that you are going to be the mother to the one that Israel has been waiting for all this time, the mother to the Messiah.
I felt a little like Sarah, when God told Abraham that she'd have a baby. Except Sarah was just barren. I, on the other hand, was a 14-year-old girl. I was barely starting puberty. I was engaged to this old man who I didn't even know. And then I was told that I'm to have a baby, and yet him and I had never,
Met officially?
No, Luke, you know.
You haven't met his parents?
No, you understand, Luke, you're a doctor, of course you know.
Oh, he hadn't paid dowry.
No, the birds and the bees.
You mean you and
No.
third base? Second?
Look, I cannot dwell on this story. Gosh, I also felt a bit forward too, for my age, I think.
Forward? Really? How so?
A girl of 14, answering back to an angel. That does not happen. But I couldn't help but feel a bit proud at God having chosen me for such a special task. But that lasted for all of 5 minutes.
Oh, Mother! I'm back from the marketplace. The bread we stated. I'm getting married. I'm getting married. Who are you?
Mary, do not be afraid, Mary. I am sent from God who has always loved. Do not be afraid, Mary. You are found favor with God. You will be great and you call the Son of the Most High. He will be given the throne of his father David. He will reign in the house of Jacob forever. His kingdom will never end.
What? But how? Joseph and I are merely betrothed and... Wait. Joseph and I...
Have never met.
No. It's just that... I haven't,
You haven't met his parents.
No. You know, it's that he hasn't,
Hasn't paid dowry.
No. You know the birds and the bees?
Third base.
No.
Second base. Humans. God's Holy Spirit will come and place a child within your womb. Therefore the baby will be holy. Indeed, he will be called the Son of God.
But how? And since when in the history of our nation has such a thing happened? I mean, I'm 14, barely 14. Why would God choose me?
Mary, again I say, do not be afraid. God has looked into your heart and chosen you for a great purpose. But others are chosen also to work out God's design.
Oh, you mean Joseph?
Not just him, your cousin, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth?
Yes, Elizabeth. She who was of an age beyond childbearing. She who humans consider barren is now in her 6th month.
Has 6 months of pregnancy.
Yes, childbearing.
Elizabeth is pregnant.
Elizabeth.
My cousin Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Zachariah.
Elizabeth. You see, with God's Holy Spirit, nothing shall be impossible.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Elizabeth is pregnant. The Messiah. from such. He said that I'm to have a baby.
And I'm sure Joseph will be delighted to hear that, Daddy. But him a study man and you a fit young girl, it hardly takes an angel to tell you that.
That's just the thing, Mother. It's not going to be Joseph.
What did you say?
Nothing, Mother. Nothing.
Joseph is a fine man, a good catch, if not a great one. And he might not be wealthy by the world standards, but you're both descended from King David. And that's something to hold your heads up for.
Even if those priests in Jerusalem have turned the house into disrepute.
You see, I was just like you once. Still, a little sapling, just a sprout. I remember him. He was a big man, just like Joseph. He wasn't wealthy. He wasn't famous, but he loved me. And you see, my little girl, we're all filled with doubt, but trust me, Mother knows best. Mother knows best. Take it from your mother, soon you are going to wed. Mother knows best, one way or another, he will marry you. I know you may not be pretty, you may not be fancy, but I'm sure there's something in you. But Mother understands. Mother says, no, darling, is what I suggest. Skip that drama on your mama, for Mother knows best. Okay? Better? Now, you have a dinner to make. Get the oil, get the flour. Child, move! That first attempt at telling my mother what had happened made me realize that though I may be blessed among women, it was a very mixed blessing. I didn't know what to do, where to go, who to turn to. And then I recalled what the angel had told me about my cousin Elizabeth. And I figured I might as well go help her with her own preparations. After all, she wasn't exactly spring chicken. And maybe the companionship would do us both some good. So, I convinced my parents to let me travel over to visit her. And they let me do that all by myself. You can imagine Elizabeth's surprise at my arrival.
Elizabeth, cousin Elisa. It's so good to see you. Shalom, God's blessings.
He has surely blessed us. Wait till I tell you the good news.
But you're with child, you mean?
Oh, you know. Well, I guess distance is no barrier to gossip then.
Well, if an angel would be said to gossip, then I suppose not.
An angel? You too?
Gabriel himself.
Like the one who saw my husband, Zechariah.
And Elizabeth, he had the most amazing news for me. I'm to be with child too. And not just any child, Elizabeth, but the Messiah. Is everything fine? Do I need to call?
No. I'm fine. Have a seat, love.
Are you sure?
Whew, he's a jumpy one, this, and especially today, since you walked in, Mary. You are blessed among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. The babe within me leaps with joy to hear the sound of your voice.
And you, Elizabeth, to be with child at your age.
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle, Elizabeth. And we are both the recipients of miracles. But some words are like those of the prophet. So sweet to the taste, so sweet sweet to the taste, but incredibly heavy to bear. That's why I've come to you, Elizabeth. You've been like a mother to me, and I need your advice now more than ever. This news, it fills me with so much fear and dread, yet so much excitement all at the same time. My heart just wants to leap and glorify our Lord. My soul, it magnifies our Lord, and my spirit, it rejoices in God my Father, for he has been my beloved, humble state of his servant. From now all generations will call me blessed, for the mighty one has done great things for me. Holy is his name. His mercy carries to those who fear him from generation to generation. He has brought down the rulers from the thrones and has lifted up the humble to higher places. Holy is his name. Now my soul, it magnifies our Lord. My spirit, it rejoices in God my Father. He has been my beloved, humble state of his servant. From now all generations will call me blessed, for the mighty one has done great things for me. Holy is his name. He has come to the help of his servant Israel, as he promised our father Abraham and his descendants forever. Holy is his name. Holy is his name, Elizabeth. I asked Mother to come and help you because I'm sure you need it.
Just have that last part for me again. Israel and his father.
Abraham
Abraham.
and his descendants forever. Luke, that's descendants with a C. There's a C there, Luke.
I'll do the editing later. Worry not about it.
Okay.
These sound like very powerful words, my lady. Although it is a very good thing that they did not come to the ears of King Herod, because surely anyone that might have uttered these words, their lives must have been short.
Luke, I may have been innocent, but I was not stupid. There were some things I figured God did not need my help in bringing to pass.
Nonetheless, quite a number of things did come to pass through you.
Well, I was just the channel, an innocent bystander, if you like. Although with time, not many believed me innocent. After about 3 months, it started becoming evident that I was pregnant, and I could no longer hold back the confrontation with my parents. That was not a happy homecoming. How can you bring disgrace on our family like this? Your father, an elder at the synagogue. Who did this? Your father will beat him within an inch of his life. And as for you,
Mother, please. Please, no one did this. It was no man. I told you, Mother, an angel came to me. 3 months ago, I told you, please.
an angel? You're going to blame an angel, Mary? How can you be so blasphemous? Next, I suppose you'll be claiming that the Lord Almighty was responsible.
But, let me
That's demented. This is why you never should have left. This whole romance that you've invented just proves you're more naive than I thought. Why would God choose you? Come on now, really. Look at you. You think that he's impressed. Don't be silly.
Mother, no, please. You have to be.
No. Oh. I see how it is. Mary knows best. Mary's so mature now. Such a clever girl. Now, no, Mary knows best. Fine, if you're so sure now, go ahead and tell Joseph. Ha! You think he'll stay here? Who are you deceiving? Go and tell him what you see. Trust me, my dear, that's how fast to leave you. I won't say I told you so. No, Mary knows best. So if Joseph is such a dreamboat, go and put him to the test. But if you're lying, don't come crying. For mother knows best.
Mother, please. Please, Mother, you have to believe me.
She won't say who the father is.
I bet it's Jacob. He's had eyes on her.
He's laid more than eyes on her.
I heard it was while she visited her cousin.
She should be stoned, that adulteress.
You should be stoned.
Our mother says she's hearing voices in her head.
Well, it took more than voices to do that.
Maybe she and Joseph just anticipated the marriage day. I wouldn't blame him.
She should be stoned.
She should be stoned.
It's broken her father's heart.
She should be stoned.
And the whole family has been disgraced.
She should be stoned.
Joseph, please. Please, I beg you, Joseph, you cannot listen to them. Please, you have to believe me.
Look, Mary, I tried hard not to believe the voices in the marketplace. I know how malicious they can be without cause. Look, I wanted to trust you because up to now, I've only known you as a woman of trust.
But Joseph, if you have known me to be so, then why would you believe me in this? After the meals you shared, Joseph, the walks you had. Please, Joseph, I beg you.
Because I have the evidence of my eyes.
Joseph, do you honestly believe that I would sleep with another man who I betrothed to you? Joseph, please don't turn away from me. I love you. I love you. You're a good man. And I believe the Lord has chosen you to be the father of his child.
But it is not my child!
It's not the child of any man, Joseph. I told you. It was an angel. It was an angel.
Woman, can you hear yourself? Do you know what the elders will do to you when they hear what you're saying? You're going to be stoned to death.
That is what he said, Joseph. That is what he said.
You know what? It's a curious thing that no angel has come to see me. Huh? Don't you think I have a right to be shown the truth of this matter? Huh? Don't you think? Am I supposed to just casually accept this monstrosity? Huh? This fiction of God planting a baby within you?
Joseph, I don't know why an angel would come to you. I don't know. But please, please, think about it. Who else will be the father to the Messiah but God himself?
Ah, fine! Then maybe that God should better wed you, huh? Look,
my heart in a million places, but I'll just name one. You crushed my soul within your palm. Oh, you had my heart, I was yours for the taking. Now love is done, trying to please you with no return. Oh, you broke my soul in half, so this is my reply. Walk out the door and let me cry some more. I don't need another girl to break my heart for sure. Walk out the door as I sink to the floor. Someday I'll heal from the pain that my heart you'd abhorred. Walk out the door. Oh, 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 oh. Mpenzi wangu kweli niambie, hata kama wahama na kidaktari niambie, nimekuona ukimuona jicho pande, na kujua wampenda usidanganye. Ooh, and this is my reply. Walk out the door and let me cry some more. I don't need another girl to break my heart for sure. Walk out the door as I sink to the floor. Someday I'll heal from the pain that my heart you'd abhorred. Walk out the door. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Have wondered where to turn to, my dear lady. I mean, with everyone seemingly against you at the point in time.
I felt utterly abandoned, even by God. I couldn't understand how he had supposedly chosen me for the greatest honor ever bestowed on a woman, only to be rejected by all around me. I'd have imagined that I was going crazy, that I'd made up this whole thing, if it wasn't for the evidence growing daily inside my belly. I knew that hard times were in store for this baby and I.
Look at me now, disgraced and torn down. They call you wicked, they beg for my blood. I don't know what the future holds. If I could trade places with another,
The peace of the Lord be with you. Could you please call Mary? I have something very important to tell her. Could you also call Joachim? I really think he should hear this. Could you please be so kind as to call him as well?
I'm sorry, Joseph. Joachim is visiting his brother in Cana. Can this wait until he's returned?
Well, the waiting of a day won't make it any less newsworthy. Could you please call Mary? I really think she should hear this.
If you say so.
Mary! Mary! Quickly, child, take off that apron. Dress yourself. Joseph is here.
No, Mary, it is I who should be kneeling before you. I have come to ask for your forgiveness for doubting you. I mean, you know in what state I left yesterday. I mean, I felt betrayed, yes, but also sad that the state to which you appear to have fallen and the state to which my own dreams seem to have collapsed all around me. I mean, I felt if you could do this to me, then how could I ever trust human nature again? My soul cried out for justice. But, well, even in my anguish, I did not want to further your shame, so I resolved to quietly divorce you. Look. I was awake for many hours last night, thinking about all of this. I mean, twisting and turning. And, well, I must have gone to bed at last, for, believe it or not, an angel appeared to me. Yes. I know. I mean, he told me amazing things. I mean, he told me not to be afraid to take you as my wife, and that it is true that the child has been conceived by the Holy Spirit and shall grow up to be the Messiah. And as unbelievable as this sounds, he even told me the name by which the child is to be known. Jesus! Yes, Jesus!
It is real, and we are a part of it.
Forgive me for doubting you. I am filled with gratitude. This is our time to love and to hold. This gift from God is ours to behold. His name will be Jesus, Emmanuel, the Messiah. All of his man has waited for. Mary, are you ready?
Joseph, are you ready?
Yes, we are. The King is here.
have thought that I'd call him son. A carpenter I come. His name will be Jesus, Emmanuel, Messiah. All of Israel is waited for. Mary, are you ready?
Joseph, are you ready? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. For the King, your King, He is here. He is here.
This is our time.
To love and to hope.
This gift from God is ours to behold.
Now, look, Mary. I mean, we'll have to get married as soon as possible, but I must warn you, you'll be the subject of a lot of gossip, even under my own roof. But we'll get through it. First, let us seek the grace of God. I know.
It really was great having the support of Joseph. But that did nothing to still the viperous tongues of those villagers. Do you know, my father had cause to sell animals at that time for his own reason. And yet, rumors spread that the money was used to buy Joseph's silence. As if he had so much money and so little integrity. I tell you, that really... Esther's here. I think we can help her this time.
Thank you. Esther?
Anyways, as I was saying, well, although that got me really upset, things finally began to fall into place with Joseph and I. Until there came yet another disruption.
Fashion these days. Hear ye, hear ye. Peace be to all. An edict has gone forth that the whole world shall and roll. Therefore, let every man return to his place of origin, of his house and family, and have his name inscribed in the public register by order of the Emperor.
What is this intrusion?
This imposition on our lives.
Had the is not.
Has God deserted us?
Once our names are written in the list, how shall we pay taxes?
Our land will be assessed too.
More taxes.
More passes.
Yes, your name will be Jesus. Yes, your name will be Jesus. You've been quite busy today, dear. Kicking and kicking. And we need to finish your papa's trouser before he comes out. Joseph, you're home. Jesus has been quite the busy one today, just kicking and kicking. Speaking of kicking, if those village gossips taunt me one more time, Joseph, weren't you speaking to me?
Oh, no, I was just looking for some tools.
Looking for some tools? Joseph, what is wrong, Joseph? You look worried. Come on, Joseph, please.
Well, I've just had some disturbing news. Well, it seems the emperor has called for a census.
A census? But why?
Well, no doubt to make sure that none of his loyal subjects miss paying their taxes.
Oh, Joseph, Joseph. Is that really enough cause to make your handsome face furrow so?
Well, no. Well, you see, the bigger problem is that to register for the census, I have to go to Bethlehem.
Bethlehem? But what business do we have with that town?
Well, you see, technically I'm descended from King David. So I dare not miss. Oh, Mary, I mean, this is the worst possible time to be away from you. I mean, with you so close to giving birth.
Wait, I too am descended from David, so does that mean that...
No, I'll enroll you also.
Joseph. Have you learned nothing about me in this while we've been together? I am going with you to Bethlehem. I will not be parted from you. I'd rather endure the discomfort of that long journey than be parted from you. You're my protector, and God gave me to you as such, and we must trust him. Besides, it will be such a relief to be removed from those village gossips for a while. But Joseph, please, be sure I am going with you to Bethlehem.
You know what? It will be an absolute pleasure for you to come with us. You'll be no burden at all. But first, you'll have to seek the grace of God.
Oh, definitely.
You're saying something about the baby?
Jesus, please.
Such luck befell each and every one of us. What if such love befell each and every one of us? I would never scrub another kitchen floor. I would never wash another kitchen sink. Make it to the top, I surely wouldn't stop. But she's built up. Only when I'm nervous, someone's on my back, having them call me my down. But she's built up. Only when I'm nervous, nigga find out my truth, do something new, drink wine with the king, high society, nigga find out my truth, do something new, drink wine with the king, high society. What if such luck befell each and every one of us? What if such love befell each and every one of us? I would never scrub another kitchen floor. I would never wash another kitchen sink. Make it to the top, I surely wouldn't stop. But you feel so. Only when I'm nervous.
Look, I need to stand up for this. Esther, please come here for 1 minute. Hurry up. Esther, is this my robe? Are those my earrings? And my sandals? Esther, thank you for that entertainment. Very juvenile. Now go to your room. Oh, look, Esther will be the death of me at this rate. I don't know what to do with her anymore.
I will just consider the fact that you still have her here an act of charity, and I thank you for that.
I think it is.
Let's just get back to the point. You were traveling Nazareth to Bethlehem. That must have been a very difficult journey for you.
Okay, let's imagine this together. Just imagine with me for a minute, and I know it will be difficult for you because you're a man. But imagine that you are pregnant. Imagine that your feet are swollen and that you have hot flushes. Imagine that you crave the strangest foods from fig leaves to manna to fish to strawberries. And imagine that every single thing Joseph says or does sends you on an emotional roller coaster. 1 minute you're laughing and happy, and the next minute you're weeping, your eyes out. And then put all of that on the back of a bony donkey. And that trip lasted us 10 days. 10 long days. I felt like a badly loaded sack of cabbages tossed and thrown and tossed. Oh, it was horrible. But lucky for me, it was a kind autumn that year. You know, the countryside really was beautiful. It's too bad I couldn't appreciate it in my condition.
One moment. You just mentioned autumn.
Yes.
For some reason, I was under the assumption that Jesus was born in December.
December?
Yes.
Really? Augustus Caesar may have been a tyrant, but he was no fool. Imagine trying to conduct such a census in the middle of winter, especially one requiring you to travel to your hometown. Winter, the whole deal is uncomfortable enough without that.
So you must have been glad to finally get to Bethlehem.
I was glad for the rolling to stop, believe me. But that journey had only just begun. You know, Joseph had arranged for us to stay with a distant cousin. You know, although we were of the line of David, we had virtually no family there. So when Joseph arrived, he found that another closer relative had unexpectedly arrived before us. Unexpectedly. Can you believe that? So Joseph had to trudge from door to door, knocking on room to room, asking for a place to stay, and rooms were full to overcrowding. I was getting more and more and more desperate, knowing my time was near.
So where did you finally put up?
An innkeeper's wife had mercy on us when she saw my condition. There was a stable at the back of her inn where the animals were kept during winter. But thankfully there were no animals then. So the wife had her husband clear up as well as her son, put some fresh hay and some clean straw and some fine linen, and that's where we put up for the night.
You stayed in a barn, a stable.
Yes, a stable, but as I said, the animals weren't there, so it wasn't that bad. And Miss Innkeeper did her best. She really cleaned it up for us.
Cleaned up the stable.
Yes, the stable. As I said, again, it really wasn't that bad.
Stable.
Let me continue my story. We were settled in none too soon. And then the labor pains began. Imagine with me the most excruciating, agonizing pain that you've ever experienced. And then double it. And then multiply it by 110. And then you only have a quarter of what I experienced that night. Oh, look, it was horrible. The pain was unbelievable. And I didn't know what to do. And Joseph, bless him, he didn't know what to do either. I don't know what I would have done if the innkeeper's wife had not come in at that moment. She had obviously delivered many babies at a time. So my delivery was just another one to her. Something to do before tending to the guests out front. But Luke, I tell you, that was the longest 15 minutes of my life. finally hold my baby. Words cannot describe the wonder. Suddenly all the madness, the pain, the discomfort, the entire ordeal, it vanished as soon as I held baby Jesus. But do you know what was more of a miracle? My Joseph. Ever since we got married, I couldn't shake off a great fear. Had he done it only out of duty, what would happen when the baby would come? Would he leave me? So when he asked to hold baby Jesus, I could scarcely breathe. His big, calloused, carpenter hands reached down, picked up baby Jesus, brought him to his face, and then the miracle happened. A mingled look of joy and love and awe spread across his face. And then that big man wept. Tears fell down his face without shame. And then he reached back down, put baby Jesus back in my arms, knelt down beside us, and wrapped me in his warm embrace. And then I just knew it was going to be all right. When I was weak, he was my strength. When I didn't know, he
Yes, I had somewhere in my notes something about shepherds, but do tell me about that.
Yes, those rough shepherds who came at the angel's bidding. Angel sure had a big part to play in this whole story.
Hey! Who are you? What do you want busting up in here?
Hey, relax. We're looking for baby.
Stop. Be coming, please. What? How am I supposed to trust you?
How am I supposed to trust you? Because we're on a mission.
See, we were sent here. Huh?
You see, the three of us were out on the hills, busy minding our own business. When we got what you might call the shock of our lives.
It was a big shock.
It was incredible. Incredible, I tell you. 1 minute we congratulate each other. Yeah. And while we begin out to fight each other, then the next minute, it was so scary.
It was so frightening. Suddenly, the sky just lit up and 1,000 shooting stars exploding. And in the midst of it, there was singing like you've never heard.
Angels! Thousands and thousands of angels! See, it was them singing. And one came right up to us and told us you have to go find a baby. The Messiah!
Flashes of light were so bright in the night sky. Sound of the angels, they were talking of the Most High.
Then we
You are not.
So high, we were so high. God in the eyes was the reply. Tonight's desperate, happiness, sweet cry was born to us again, Son of the Most High.
But unfortunately,
we were so high.
But just born and wrapped in work towels, lying in a foot trough, like that. Even we don't kneel to romance.
Especially to romance.
But this is not natural. I thought God had deserted Israel. After all,
We've had no prophet for 400 years.
But now he's giving us a sign. The Messiah. That's what the angel was talking about.
I'm willing to give God the benefit of the doubt. And I think a few others need to hear about this. Come, we've seen what you were sent here to see.
Come.
Let's go.
Beer time!
Mary, we better go. So the shepherds were high.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, I think I'll edit that part out. But still, why shepherds?
Jesus made that clear in his first sermon. I have come to preach good news to the poor, he said.
And yet, there was this song I heard you singing, something about raising up the humble. At the same time, I've heard stories about the Magi.
Yes.
Isn't it a bit of a strange contrast?
Well, yes, maybe, but the Magi didn't come just then. Not till later. We had even been up to Jerusalem to present Jesus before the temple, have him circumcised and all that. Then we came back to Bethlehem, and that's when the Magi appeared. And theirs was an unlooked-for visit. It wasn't until later when I realized what it represented. The Gentile nations coming to worship the Son of God. Oh, I know it was all through the prophets, but I just didn't see it then. But goodness knows what the people of Bethlehem thought when these men arrived with their entourage. There were camels and horses and servants and dancers and animals and money and clothes and fine jewelry everywhere. It was quite the sight. They could have arrived more discreetly, but they were here to honor a king. And so they did the whole king honoring thing. Very, very impressive. I just wish they didn't impress Herod quite so much when they walked through Jerusalem. But look, you know, when the Magi appeared before Joseph and I knew trouble was right behind them. And God made that clear in dreams, both to us and to them. Get out, fast, he said. So we managed to hide the Magi's gift in our baggage as best as possible. And Joseph managed to locate a caravan heading to Egypt that night. We fled, and just in time. Herod sent his soldiers to kill all children under the age of 2 years old. 2 years old. We heard the horses coming in as we left town, but it wasn't until later when we realized the true horror of that night. The death, the bloodshed, the babies killed, the mothers screaming. 200, someone estimated. 200 innocent lives lost. I can only imagine what those poor mothers went through. Oh, Luke, for how long since then have swords pierced my heart? You know, God has given us women a strange role in history. We bear those who bring pain and suffering, and then we nurse those who fall as their victims. But for all that, I wouldn't change a thing. I just couldn't change a single thing. And it won't be long, I think,
you for far too long.
Yes, you have.
Well, I will let you rest. I will be back to have a few more details from you. But as I leave you, rest knowing that because of you, because of your obedience, because you did all that our Father commanded of you, because of you, the world has changed, and it has changed forever. I beg my